Alrighty, welcome on back to the Fortnite musings with Eminem as the character. So, so in the middle of doing a bunch of laundry and some dishes and some cleaning, and yeah, so alternating between, and this was a good system that I did in college too. Like, you do like a bit of work and then you go play a game, then you do some more work and then you do some more gaming. Like, you just kind of alternated so you'd feel refreshed every time you met a job and you wouldn't feel all burned out as quick, or at least it seemed that way. But so otherwise, if you dread doing something, you could put it off all day. But anyways, I wanted to talk about online voting. So we definitely delved into this in the Snoop Dogg playlist, and I wanted to have it independently here and the scattershot idea. So a couple of major changes that are looking to maybe come to this country in the near future and possibly the world. And one is cannabis legalization. The other is potentially online voting. Now, online voting, as far as I can tell, and I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop or for someone to be like, well, actually, no, this is why that would never actually happen. See, it's weird. Sometimes it doesn't load in like that. But anyways, um, but if you think about it, because first off, let's back up a little bit. So Trump's talking about paper ballots, all paper ballots, watermarked, and all this, and counting all done on the same day. And I've seen a bunch of posts about other countries being able to do that. And I admit that, yeah, I want to make sure that the majority of the people have the say. That's the idea of democracy. And that's what I was taught growing up that we were supposed to strive to be. So, and there's like the Democratic Republic, and the Pledge of Allegiance says this, and this is the difference of this, and I don't know. Anyways, the biggest thing to drive home is that we're all equal. So, anyways, back to voting. So, if Trump wants to do paper ballots, but I think he would be okay if there was a system that could accurately, prove zero fraud. And that would be like simple linking an email to every registered voter. Everyone has an email, if not five emails. And most people are slowly getting to the point, and that's something that we would have to address before anything really happens. Ooh, that's a blue one. Um, is making sure everybody's email is protected with multi-factor and they understand like what that all is. So, and we're getting there. Like, it is becoming the new standard, and most everybody's starting to use it. And the reason that is so you can ensure that you and only you, or your device, or what area in the world and everything, is logging in. And if anything's suspicious, then it's easy to track. And yeah. And so zero chance of fraud. Ooh. Oh yeah. And I'll take it, but well, let's go ahead and see if I can get some smallpox. But anyway, so something that at least I'm concerned about is like I don't even know if my vote is ever counted. I mean, like for sure. And so in a very simple design of having a website, a database, and the way that you set it up, there we go. You'd have everybody be able to submit their vote via their email, and then they would receive a voter ID to follow along on the website. And it would list every single voter of every county of every state by this giant long hash made up of their, whatever, first name, last name, county, doesn't matter. Like, you just have to have enough distinguishing pieces of information. I don't know how I switched out of that, but also, it sounds like someone's around here. No? Okay. But anyways, so this would be, you would get a big, long hash. So that would act as your ID. So there would be a line item of, all these IDs and who they voted for. And then you could just do a control F and then a control V of control C of your hash. So you'd copy it and then you would paste it into the find. And then you'd be able to find your line item and you could see who you voted for. That's it. And you could also do a control F on Trump or Harris in this last one, or whoever the candidates. Sorry, I was like thinking the opponents or anything. No, whoever the candidates are in any election, and the find would return how many times that word appeared in the page. So you could get an instant count of who won the election, like how many votes each person got, like displayed for everybody, so there's no disputing it. And you could take a snapshot, you could like, save the state of the database at any given time for proof, evidence, or whatever you need. And then you could have every single American in the whole country. You could even have people around the world seeing for themselves who won an election. So, also I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just looting and musing, and I have no specific goal. I might want to try to get that crown, but it's still 800 meters away, and it's going to disappear. Maybe. I don't know. One game, I don't know if it was Snoop Dogg or Eminem, but I had a crown, and like there was 3 of us that dropped the crown trying to get rid of it. It's ridiculous. I finally did get rid of mine. I think that was Eminem, but or maybe it was the very last Snoop Dogg. I don't know. Yeah. Alright. I would never do that in real life. I'm getting old. Even in my younger years, I feel like that would be a no-go. Greetings from the Fox Clan. Yes, I would like to hire you. I almost have like 3,000 gold. Oh. Oh, that sounded like footsteps, but it's actually... Oh, you're one of those mercenaries. Yeah, I think maybe the scope. Where are they at? Uh-oh. Vegeta? Thanos? Let's go get that gold. Okay, now let's go fight these people. Oh man. Double kill. Alright. So anyways, the online vote. So everybody would be able to see that their vote was counted, and if it was wrong, even if it was 100% hacked, and every single person's vote was changed, they would just have to call in and be like, or they would send in an email and be like, hey, my vote was changed, can you please change it back? And then they would have to do some form of verification, and then it would get changed back. And like, the more people tried to do that, the more people could catch people try to do that, like have evidence to prosecute them. Ah, I should have put a wall. Anyways, so, ooh, was that who I was fighting? Interesting. Little Santa Snoop. All right, let's go ahead. Oh wait, what do we get? No accomplishments. All right. So, anyways, and that's just the most recent thing I've been working on Code and Game. There, I've got the Python tutorial, which is at 50.1 thousand views. The Java tutorial, which is actually ranked higher on the popularity. Both are, I mean, they were the top 5 popularity for a while there, like the first few months when they came out. But I mean, I don't know, coding game is still kind of a niche thing. There's quite a few users, but as far as like publishing stuff like that goes, the majority of them don't publish playgrounds. And if they do, it's not like a full-on tutorial. And like I still got to fix the Python one that I made. Actually, now that I think about that, because there is a bug, and it's driving me nuts too. Like I don't know how, and it's linked to my GitHub. So you edit the code in GitHub, and then you can link it over, or you can edit it directly in the browser too, which is interesting. But um, anyways, I can just make a new page with the same exact code. I've copied it in and haven't changed anything else, and that's what drives me mad about it. It's like I can't figure out why, and it's just part of it is breaking. Well, I guess they are separate files, but it's a ROT13 encryption algorithm, and it's not even the variable rotation length. So ROT13 is the basic. So for the English language, there's 26 characters in our alphabet, 26 letters. Well, 52 if you count uppercase and lowercase, but as far as like just the characters themselves. So if you take 13, which is half of that, and you rotate it, So say give each letter A through Z a numerical value, and based on that, you would move 13 spaces. Now that would encrypt it. So every A would become like, I think it's an M or an N. And then every M or an N, or whichever one it is, if you encrypt it again, it would basically decrypt it. It would move it back to an A. And so that would work for every one of the 26 letters. And so it's a very basic algorithm to show like storing a bunch of data. So you bring in the text to be encrypted, and you store that in a variable, and then I got to return to Kendo. Let's do it. This is going to be violent because it's right next to the bus. But anyways, and so you would process all of the plain text to be encrypted, store it into a variable, and then one by one, letter by letter, you would calculate what the current value is plus 13. And then if you went over 26, it would have to wrap around and start back at 0 or 1, whichever you started the schema as. Like if it's 0 based or 1 based. And it matters. You'll find out pretty quick. Basically, like if you encrypt it and then encrypt it again, if it looks all garbled, you know you didn't do it right. So it's a very easy algorithm to check as far as that's concerned. Okay. Okay. Gotta go to Kendo. I don't have any shields. Okay. Ask kind about Jade. This island's beautiful. I'm proud to protect it. Jade's recklessly and Diago's arrogance may be why Jade is trapped in the spirit realm. The thing is, only demons can cross into the spirit realm, so how did this happen? We need to understand more about this magic about these demons. Okay. Okay. Oh. What is going on? What? Okay. I mean, let's go hide in here. I'm so confused. Just we gave us daylight, maybe because we killed that demon? Alright. So now what do we have to do? We have to investigate more, is what he was saying, but I was so sure I was going to get shot during all that. That was not smart at all. Alright, so this is done until... Oh wow, that's all I had to do. And then tomorrow there's the next one. Story... Help for... I mean... It's got to be somewhere in here. Is that it, maybe? I wish I would have paid attention where I was, because I've been there. I've seen the turtle. Oh well. Just gotta damage him with different types of guns. A lot. Okay. So, anyway, the actual Python tutorial, and I made the Java one, like, basically the same. I covered all the same things, but I did it a second time. Like, I went back and, like, did it from scratch, but, like, looked over, copied from my Python one, just the ideas. And, of course, Java has, like, a few subtle differences. I mean, you have to be a lot more explicit when using the code and declaring things. Okay. Yeah. Oh, almost got him. Two more, Inky Hunter. Alright. So, and then legalizing butt, too, because once that's, like, fully, at least fully decriminalized, like, where anywhere in the United States, you can't get in trouble for smoking it, growing it, having it, transporting it, as long as you're not driving in a reckless manner, because that's still dangerous, and that should still be illegal, that's fine. But as far as anything else is concerned, it is such superstitious nonsense, especially now that we're finding out that it can help lower LDL levels of cholesterol in your veins. Like, it can help prevent cognitive decline. Oh, oops. There's less cognitive decline. Uh, it kills cancer cells in certain situations, like depending on concentrations and different types. And then the dangers are almost reserved to certain types as well. So as long as you just do one and not the other, I mean, then you're fine. So, uh, nice. Strange behavior too. Like, because if it is a bot, then you know all of this was programmed. Like, all of these are decisions being made. And if it's a human, same thing. All of these decisions are being made, but that's based on any number of factors, like how they're thinking about things. If they're hungry, like how distracted they are, all the different factors. If they're feeling more aggressive because they're more angry, or if they're in more of a docile or passive mood. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. So interesting. I think I might switch to Dark Souls because I'm in a Dark Souls mood. But that's just like epic, like fighting and stuff. I mean, this is too. This is like GoldenEye on steroids. And steroids are not good to do. You can get plenty strong and plenty swole through hard work. Okay. I like how festive, like we're staying with the holiday theme for a while. And maybe one of these days, if I keep working hard and end up doing good for humanity, I might be one of these characters. Old A-Rye. Only I'd want it to be like the cartoon character Mr. Smuff, like this old like mushroom dwarf dude. Like the pickaxe could be some kind of graffiti tag type theme thing. Uh, and I'd keep the Boba Fett jetpack. Ask Disney permission. They probably tell me to get out and file a cease and desist, restraining order. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that bad. Alright. See a chest in there. See a purple gun and a chest here. Oh wait, that might not be a purple gun. Nope. Okay. Sorry, every now and then I'll think of something embarrassing in my life and then it's like very awkward. We all do it. We'll just be going through our day and then just like cringe, just like, ooh, oh man, I could have done that better. And the best you can do is try to do better the next time, but I mean, it's easier said than done a lot of times. Oh, I closed myself out. I'm gonna go fishing for demons. Where are they? It's strange. I wonder if they spawn in at some other point. Let's go ahead and try to get this loot. Where are they though? It's kind of a ways away. Oh well. If we see someone on the way, we can fish for them. Alright, what's this? Come on. There we go. Oh. Kill him that way. Yeah, geoforts. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to be going for... Oh, the fishing thing was kind of pointless. Hmm. 3 minutes to go search those chests. If they aren't already... Oh, they're shrinking. Still don't have full shields too, that's concerning. I have a feeling it's going to be up here all high. There it is. Heard something. Yeah. Okay, so now... Oh man. Phone's blowing up. Things are happening on the YouTubes. They're probably like, Alex, stop making so many videos. Focus on quality instead of quantity. No. Never. Just kidding. No, I'm going back into editing videos. Like I did blur out that one person's name. I'll probably have to do that back in any of my videos that have it. Like any other players, if their names are above their heads, like that's not really cool to kind of like dox people. Then again, I don't know how much it matters too, because oh. Ooh. Oh yeah, we can mask up. Okay. Yeah. I like how they also have the guide. Okay. Oh. So, and I don't know, the whole, I think what we also need is, and this is one other thing that I'm very, very slowly working on, it's not going to be ready anytime soon, is a CTC, cut the crud, or cut the crap, like, and basically just a blue book, like, again, a database and a web server, like, very basic stuff. However, with this one, it would be storing, objects of, like, okay, here's a bill, here's who wins, who doesn't win, you know, who it benefits, who it doesn't, you know, a summary of what it does, and that's it. Although that's already like trending. It looks like that's going to be a thing coming up because and love him or hate him, like Elon did, ex- um, well, he pointed out that there's some very concerning things, like making things too cumbersome, like these laws and these bills, to where they're just not going to pass. And then all they can do is just say, well, we tried. And it's like, no, you didn't try. Like, take the important things that can be agreed upon, make deals and make those happen. And, well, and stop making such a big deal about everything else. Like, and specifically, I'm thinking like the border bill, like it failed and they didn't redo the parts that they didn't really negotiate on that. They just like, well, we tried, and just didn't do anything. And it's like, well, that's not okay. But of course we should be focusing on how to broaden the doorway to citizenship, but at the same time, and I don't know, I almost kind of do support annexing Canada and Central and South America. Like it sounds messed up and it sounds Nazistic, but even if we didn't have to do it like officially, if we could just do like a coalition or an American Union to where we have like one government to run like all of our countries in like somewhat agreement, but still let the individual countries have their own say about certain things as well. Kind of like statehood with the US. We have the federal level and then we have state laws, which, depending on the state and the people and the situation, like, certain laws might not be followed or really adhered to, while others might, I don't know. It needs to be more fluid and dynamic, and I think we're all kind of working towards that. Being understanding, because like, and there's so many, it's so hard to write laws for things, because it's like, you can't really cover every single situation, for the most part. Also, we're going to give them a spa day. In the middle of a war zone. An active war zone. The little buddy's just hanging out. Oops. Let's take the body instead of this. Maybe it becomes the backpack, the back bling. Alright. So. And the American Academy. Like, I'm going to need to see it to believe it, but Trump says he wants to create free, or make a system of where people can earn free bachelor's degrees. Like, they still have to earn them, they still have to take the classes, and I'm sure there's some kind of stipulation, like, you only get, like, 1 or 2 tries before you have to actually pay for the course or something. Like, that way people aren't just wasting time. And I know I did, too. I needed, like, a gap couple of years before I went to school because I just wasn't mature enough at the time. I mean, also there's a lack of guidance too, which they actually fixed since my college days. They made it to where you had to have an advisor code from your advisor before you could start picking classes. I didn't know that the first time. I didn't have that like guardrail. There was someone just there. Yeah, fire cheeks. That was fun. Far away. Woo! Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Do have some good times. The old Eminem music. Oh. Ow! I was watching you. Oh, almost got that shot off. Alright, how are we doing on time? That's about perfect. So, alright, and I'll start adding the links to these things too. I mean, the main thing is my brainstorms page, which is kind of I don't know. Brainstorms is not the Hippie Farms, but the Brainstorms page is a code pen that has the Hippie Farms link, which is just a Google Doc. I have a few people and colleagues and friends working on all these things, and it's all just kind of like concepts at this point. So until the new administration comes in and we possibly legalize weed, and also it's kind of like cart before the horse. Like I've got the planning down now. I just need to start approaching people for investors and all that. And if done right, like this is like the goal. I mean, the hippie farms are basically rehabs that incorporate natural medicines and just taking some time, learning job skills, learning about yourself, like, and well, rehab, like, it's shouldn't just have to be for people going through drug addiction or alcohol addiction. Like, it should be for everybody. Like, just habilitation. There you go. Instead of rehabilitation, just habilitation. So, for some people don't get it all the first time. And anyways, that would fix a lot of things, especially if you could sell it to corrections and have it be a potential community corrections where people can come, hang out, grow weed, eat weed, or use cannabis and shrooms, and deal with their addictions, play video games, do job skills, take classes. Like, what if you could just hang out in nature, like these cabins or these housing units, to where it's like agreed upon, no alcohol too. That's the other important thing. Like, alcohol isn't allowed on the premises. You could go do that, but you gotta go somewhere else and like put weed and shrooms, and then just watch how many people learn, grow, and all that. And then they would still be growing food and like producing energy or doing even just production or whatever to make the locations profitable, or even just cover the costs. Or even if you do it right with a bunch of temporary housing, you'd have a minimum wage job. The housing is covered, and that's the majority of people's expenses. So without that to worry about, all I got to do is bills and food and your entertainment, and you're good. Or save up money to get your house or whatever. So, and then there's communal, the lending system of 0 to low interest loans that the wealthy and the popular people can do and celebrities can do. Make like a giant slush fund and then loan out small loans, and just see how it goes, trusting people. And with the added accountability that it can be handed over to collections, that, somehow you'll get it. But anyways, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. Happy Fortnite, man. Happy Fortnite.